Oh, nice. Yes. I'm live. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Yes. Yes. Hey, Shay. Perfect. Got my great grandmother's blanket. Let's get to it. Thank you for coming. Yes. Ashe, thank you for being here. I'm a wait. I'm gonna give everybody about 5 minutes to come over. I hate Instagram was doing that. So much has changed. So much has changed. That's what we do. I'm supposed to be on here more anyway. So you never know how things work out. They're haters. All right. I want to wait, but I don't want the live stream to be. Let's go ahead and get started. I think I can put my CashApp handle on here. Everybody's gotta be in love sometime. Okay. This is not doing anything that I wanted to do. Okay. All right. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna go ahead and get back started. Okay, so I don't know where you all, Misty, I know you had just walked into the reading, so you were at a different place. Do I want to share this? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, snap. 7 more people have joined. Welcome, everybody. That was quick. Okay. Welcome everyone that's back. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we stopped at where did we stop? We was the storm. It does feel different. It does feel different. I hope in a positive way. I don't know. So much has changed with the Insta world, and I'm down with it. A good different. Okay, so maybe it was energetically. Maybe my ancestors is like, get on up out of here. I just gave him some cornbread too, so Ashe. Yeah. It's some spiritual muck is exactly how it's coming through. And so let's go ahead and pull that into the storm card, because I think about the storm card, and of course it bridges me to my mother Oya, and how she is so engaged with the process of transformation, which has a process. Sometimes we hop into transformation. Thank you, Misty. We hop in transformation, and the expectations that we have when we choose transformation. And when we're in this, I mean, think about it. If you were in a storm, if you're in a storm, right? What are you thinking about? Forgive me. So there are a couple of symbols here in this card. I wanted to get up close because the symbols really speak, right? So we have the hand. So sometimes when we're in a storm, we just might be trying to grab on whatever we can get to get us up out of there, right? Now, that may serve us just for that moment in time. But if this moment in time, this storm keeps replicating itself into like a sequence of energy, and then the creative energy that's inside of you starts to become energy that is mimicking a storm, right? So change is okay. But then when we're constantly changing, like always, changing, there needs to be order that balances that out, that balances that chaos out. It doesn't make the storm or the chaos like a problem. Someone is going through someone by the time something is in motion. Something is in motion. The winds of change are around you. The storm is to bring up, because sometimes think about it, the storms can bring up seeds that have been planted with the intention of taking you off course. So if we think about the power of this natural force, that it can also uproot. It can bring up sediment to the surface that may need to be released, as well as depositing what should be planted. So, how are we engaged with natural law? What is our relationship with natural laws. So there's so much going on in the climate of humanity right now. So much. And it feels like a storm. If you feel the need to protect your head, you need to cover your head. If you are, if this resonates with you, if you have been in an area where it has been really windy, make sure that you are covering your head. Make sure you're covering your head. Somebody got love on their brain too. There's a relationship, there's a set of relationships, either friendships, romantic relationships. It's heavy. Serendipity. There is something that is going to be happening on a serendipitous level, but it will require you stepping out of your routine. Okay. So if you have check your Mercury in your chart. Check your Mercury in your chart. Be mindful. Work with the energy of Mercury in your chart. There's also a hormonal imbalance that's happening that's also creating an internal storm as well. So be mindful of, your body. We talked about instinct. We talked about body before we were really interrupted by Instagram. And having that connection and that relationship with your body, because you need your body to fulfill your destiny, your purpose, your mission. Now, when it comes to your body, you want to start getting in tune with the endocrine system. This system manages equilibrium and harmony in your body. Okay. So if you need to cut back on sugar, because pancreatic functions have something to do with it is a part of the endocrine system. Be mindful of that. Check your feet. Somebody here might need to check your feet. You cannot substitute sugar as a way of sweetening your life without it creating some type of decay. The word decay is coming up. Really focus on your hormones. Something is off balance, because it can be that your external world is your mirror of the level, the quality of how your systems are operating in your body. Keep returning to the fundamentals. Don't make it complicated. The knowledge is available to you. And when I say the knowledge could be in front of you, you could be walking in the store and something is saying, hey, it may not even, your mind may not even catch up to the momentum of the level of intelligence that your body holds. Your body might just be pushing your hand to grab something on the shelf that you need. Trust it. Trust it. Grab it. Because it may be something you've never had before. So your mind is going to try to say, oh, well, how does this taste? What is this? Like, get as much, you don't have, see, this is Get as practical as possible in your process. And this is what a lack of structure can create. And I'm speaking from pure experience. As far as if you are engaging in spiritual practices, be mindful of the structure. And if that structure is coordinated with your body technology, you never want to forget that the divine has created you specifically for a particular purpose and has you prepackaged with everything that you need in order to get it done. And not everything has been given to you in a way that you would automatically consciously know it. It may require you asking a question that will unlock the answer arriving to you. Give yourself compassion and grace that you don't have to know everything where you are, but be clear and real with what is creating certain storms in your life. Because you want to, I mean, someone in the collective is, you know, the law of cause and effect is always in at play. It's always at play. So, oh, Ashe. Is there anything else the collective needs to know, Divine? My divine spirits, ancestors, is there anything else that my collective needs to know that will support them in their journey at this time? Hmm. Okay. So what has just come out? There is some there are some sonic forces. There are some sonic forces. No, I didn't put my Cash App on here because I didn't. So there's some sonic forces that are this is the style of warfare that's coming up right now for this collective. You want to get as skilled as possible in detecting the weapon of your enemy. Leave altruism out the door. Okay? If it's in your face, be aware that you do not allow your mind to contort something in front of you to be what you ideally want it to be. Use your creative energy for something more beneficial, is exactly how it's coming through. There is a time and a place for everything. Your creative process should not be engaged with when you are connecting with someone and they are revealing to you who they are. Because someone here is being, deception and decay are the 2 D words in this collective reading, okay? Something is being masked as protection and it is actually opening you up for further attack. And it's being masked as something spiritual. Ooh. It's being masked as something spiritually sound. And it is decaying within the foundation of it, but it is telling you that it can protect you. I don't know whom that's for. That's potent. Okay. Within a matter of 3 days, somebody, whomever this specific message is for, someone is going to reveal themselves to you. This message is a warning. You have already gotten insight about this person. You may have even gotten a dream about this person. And you have actively chosen to invest your energy, your potent creative energy, into deceiving yourself or denying what you are receiving. Which also ties into the message that I got prior to going live. What are you agreeing with yourself? Somebody can tell you, but if their heart condition, tending to the heart condition is the activity of any spiritual practitioner. Anyone that is working with you spiritually should always be working on their character. Your character is your ticket. But the character can be hidden. It can be hidden with certain magician tools. It could be hidden even with divination. Let's see. Watch out for someone in your arena. So somebody that could be in your 4 baskets came out again. The somebody can be in your particular career field that may be wanting to sabotage something that's on its way to you. Now, you are protected, but be mindful of what the protection is, because an arrow an arrow cannot protect you in a gunfight unless you're positioned away from the bullets. But please put, y'all still with me? I'm gonna have to stop with this collective. This is deep. I don't know. Okay, please put in the chat if this is resonating with you. I don't know. What did our mother say? If someone shows you who they are, believe them. But don't get it twisted. Just because you believe who they are doesn't mean it's over. You must find a way to use your discernment to your benefit, because someone has been using your discernment for your demise. And it's in your face. Somebody you've been talking to. Who y'all been talking to? I don't know. But this person is an intel for some spiritual force and entity that knows what you're about to become. And they are very invested in making sure that you don't get there. And it's being masked as something that is good for you. It may be a child involved as well. somebody that can pull on your heartstrings, maybe someone that you're co-parenting with. If you work in childcare, I'm getting chills as I talk about this. Somebody that you are sharing custody with, someone that you're taking care of. Also, if it is your child, if you have children, if you have a niece, if you have someone that you keep tabs on that you may have been having dreams about, they may be also about to be spiritually attacked, or they are in line for spiritual attack. Please find a way to protect your children. The spiritual harvesting right now is real. And it's the closer we get to spring. Remember, child trafficking picks up around Easter. And it starts in the astral realm. So be very mindful of what you're allowing your children to watch. But someone needs a spiritual cleanse. Someone needs a bath. Ha ha! Somebody needs to cleanse themselves. There is so much obstructive energy around someone, and you probably have been asking, why your money, Michelle? Hey, so be mindful. There are some children that are being targeted to be attacked. Protect them in their dream space. This is not a need for worry, but this is a warning to take action. And activate the spiritual authority of your child. Do not underestimate your child. Do not underestimate the authority that your child has carried into this realm. Be careful. Somebody needs to pay attention to how they're talking to their child. And what's happening is the child doesn't really get upset too much about it, but because of whom the child is, they're allowing you to show them. They're allowing you to show them who you are. Come on, Egg Bay. This might be a message for somebody 89, 88, baby. Please do ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm actually going to since we got spiritual warfare coming up heavy and strong, I'm going to tap into the art of war. Y'all still with me? If you still with me, put a put a you I was gonna say put UNO. Yeah, put a green heart. Follow Missy. If you still with me, put a green heart in the chat for me. We're gonna tap into Ashe, child. Yeah. Yeah, protect that baby. But really, ooh, I keep getting chills. Ooh. Activate the authority of your child. Summon in their higher authority. And ask the higher authority of your child, what needs to be your position in what the challenge that they're currently facing, right? You really, ooh, Ashe. Anybody need me to repeat that? Tap in your own spiritual practice. Ashe. Okay. Activate the authority, the higher authority of your child. Activate the higher authority of your child. Activate the higher authority of your child. And ask them, where do you need to position yourself in the challenge that they're facing at this moment in time? And it's activate the higher authority of your child and ask the higher authority of your child, how should you position yourself for the challenge that they're facing? Some real icky energy. I just can't. Just makes me want to get some Lysol right now and clean. That's how it makes me feel. And like scrub. You might have to, if y'all need help, I mean, I can definitely have a private reading with you and help you if this resonates with you. Divine, please. And I'll also be opening the space for personal. You want to do a personal live after this collective. What military strategy should we be taking on at this time that will support us in being safe in our multidimensional self, in the astral plane, in the causal plane, in the divine realm, in order to reconnect and always be connected to the one? Ashe. I say a little ooh, forever. All right. I'm back on it. Okay, so this is the art of war. The art of war is a military strategy. If you're unfamiliar with it, it's a military strategy that has been in existence for over 2,000 years that is very effective in knowing how to move in warfare and creating it to be an art. Okay, this is the actual text here. Okay. I want to read the front. Okay. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself, but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle. Sun Tzu. First card that has revealed itself for us. The quote is this: in war, the victorious strategist only seeks battle after the victory has been won, whereas he who is destined to defeat first fights and afterwards looks for victory. Expect the best, but prepare for the worst. Okay. A positive outlook is great, but it is also important to prepare for problems that might occur along the way. Sometimes you find yourself caught up in a difficult situation. If it's not worth fighting, back out. If it is, prepare well. Come up with a game plan. List your opponent's possible actions of your opponent and plan your counter moves. When you've done that, you'll be bulletproof. I'm going to read the second one and then we're going to bring it all together. Do I still do natal chart readings? I do. Sun Tzu said, in respect of military method, we have, firstly, measurement. Secondly, estimation of quantity. Thirdly, calculation. Fourthly, balancing of chances. Fifthly, victory. Measurement owes its existence to earth. Estimation of quantity to measurement. Calculation to estimation of quantity. Balancing of chances to calculation. And victory to balancing of chances. Ooh. Evolution, not revolution. Life is a long journey, but you will not travel on your own. Make plans for the short, medium, and long terms. Ensure that the plans flow into each other like a stream, into a river, and on into the ocean. Get the process right, and the rewards will what? Just flow. It just said will flow, y'all. But Okay, so back into the timeline that I was getting. This reading is enough time to prepare. Okay. The equinox is when the shifts of energy begin to change. All right. Whenever there is a transition and shift of energy, that is usually a time where enemies choose to attack. Because it's not just one thing happening when a transition of energies take place. It's like a conglomerate. The word that's coming up is not the word that I was going to use, but it's a conglomerate of experiences that are taking this transition into the next phase. So usually, typically, you're going to be attacked when you're in transition, when you're changing. So when I mentioned earlier that a lot of change can usually create an imbalance, it's because during change there is a dynamic that's present that opens a door for any possibility of attack. Okay. So with that being said, and I have been through so much transformation. That is my ancestral path, is transformation. So when I'm telling you what I tell you, I'm speaking from I'm speaking from experience. Okay. I really am. Take this, if this resonates with you, start actively preparing. If you have a child, if that resonated with you, please start preparing their beds, their spaces. If you want something to start off tonight, I would encourage you to get a bowl of water and put it under their bed with salt in it. Okay. Make sure that they're not going to bed hungry, because sometimes if your child is going to bed hungry, they could be in the astral plane looking for food. And I'm going to set the scenario up like this because it happens in this realm. And prior to entering into this realm, stuff is happening in the astral and then it manifests. Okay. So, you know how there are child predators that will prey off of a child wanting something sweet, wanting candy? This is a method in the astral plane. Okay. So even if you need to also put some rosemary in a bag and put it in their pillow. Put some peppermint oil on their pillow. You want to make sure that they make it back to their body. That's what's coming up strongly. You want to make sure that they're not being in limbo in this plane, okay? But when you activate their higher energy, their higher authority, you're going to give an opportunity for it not just to be you trying to protect them. You really want to put them in a place where they are preparing for spiritual self-determination. It is very important, especially now with the children now, that we nurture and nourish and feed the spiritual power that is already existing within them. We're preparing them for self-determination. So that way, when they're out in the world, it's not easy for them to be deceived. Are y'all following me? Please put 100. My mothers, those whom are aunts, uncles, whomever, please put 100 in the chat. You got a godchild, you got godchildren, put 100 in the chat. Okay. Self-determination is very important. And there is a process, as was brought up here, that we are evolving our engagement and relationship with our children. Because as we do that, we are preparing and creating a better world. We are altering and transforming these destructive ideas that are being planted in the seeds of in the minds of our children, but we're giving them what they need to become confident enough to be self-determined. It doesn't mean that they're not going to need you, but it means that when you are not around, such as in their astral space, unless you are constantly accompanying your child in the astral space every single night, and you know that you're doing that. If you are not doing that, the alternative is strengthening them as much as possible. Okay? Because as was brought up, expect the best, but what? Prepare for the what? Prepare for the worst. This is wisdom. This is evolution. And I'm also, I want to share this because this is really coming up strong. I wasn't expecting this message. But I will say this. I have been within the institution, the educational institution, as of lately, serving as an educator, okay? Serving as a substitute educator. I have been working with kindergarten. I'm from K to 5. I done got sneezed in my mouth by a first grader. I've been in the room with high schoolers. I have been in the presence of middle schoolers. Okay. I love the babies. But let me tell you this. The institution of education right now, its foundation is as faulty and feeble as somebody that just broke their leg and they trying to get back up right after they broke their leg. Okay. Yeah, baby. He sneezed all up in his mouth and he just kept talking like it didn't happen. I'm just like, oh my God. I couldn't even be mad at him, but I was sick for 6 weeks. His name was Liam. But I'm telling you this because I don't really think parents fully understand what's happening in the system and the teachers and the way that it's set up. Even if you don't have children right now and you are just interested in the evolution of humanity. Okay. COVID opened up a whole portal that the education institution of the Republic is struggling with. Like, terribly. So if you are sending your children to the institutions that are provided by the state, I would encourage you to protect them, especially if they are, actually, if they're children of color, if they're not children of color, yeah, the ideologies and the lack of soundness in cultural competency. I put on my page some information about white supremacy and Eurocentrism. I want you all to understand this. This is a global problem. Okay. This is not just a problem in the South. This is not just a problem in the North. This is not just a problem in the United States of America. This is a global issue, and it is a spiritual tool of destruction and genocide. The food that is being promoted, the food that's being fed to the children is going into their system and programming their hormones to either feel that they are deficient and they are not enough, and it is translating into emotional challenges that show up as maybe outbursts at home. It's layered. And I'm telling you, I am encouraging you, please recognize the hidden components of warfare that is happening right before our eyes, being fed in our children's mouths. And then they go to sleep, and then they're in the astral realm. They may be grinding their teeth. They may be running. They may not even be telling you what's happening in their dream space completely. And if something is going on in your world and you may forget to ask, or so now we need a different level of support. There is a African proverb that says that it takes a village to raise a child. So please take this collective reading as an opportunity of knowing that the children are calling out for a village. Yeah. From personal experience, teeth grinding is usually also stress, which can also be a spiritual force that is coming from, something you may not even know. Like they may be thinking about something at school, and they're trying to hide it or mask it with happiness, and then they take it into their bed, and then it responds as a teeth grinding, right? Yeah. I need to pause real quick, y'all. This is I'm so grateful that ooh. Okay. And if you have nieces and nephews, ask your siblings, to check in with their children. Check in with them in their sleep. Because a lot of attacks are happening in sleep right now. Okay. That's all we need for the babies, the children. Y'all came through. Ashe. Okay, so is there anything else, Divine, that you would like me to share with our collective here in the month of March, going in from winter, transitioning from winter into spring? Somebody needs to clean cobwebs out of their house. Mm-hmm. You got dust or cobwebs. You need to clean it up. Yeah. Misty, if you have marigolds. He's cussing in his sleep. Oh, okay. If you need some help with that, please let me know. Ooh. There we go. We got the fault line back out, y'all. This is the final message. Somebody got cobwebs in their house. I don't know why that's. I mean, it's it's problematic. Apparently, it's catching something that's keeping something in your house, around the door somewhere. Yeah. Okay. If there is any leakages in your house, if someone ends up if someone's having if you end up having a water leak, if something is leaking in your house, if there's a particular house repair that is coming up for you now, pay attention to it. It may be summoning to you, it may be calling to your attention something that you're carrying in your heart. Somebody has some grief. Baby. Whatever's something's going on with your hands or your house. Forgiveness is also coming up. I need some clarification on this heart energy. I need Tara to come through. No. Archangel Michael. Is there a particular cord energy that is creating a faulty foundation, that is cracking the heart, that is destabilizing the heart? Too much water, not enough electricity. Too much water, not enough electricity. Too much water, not enough electricity. Ooh. Samsung Galaxy phone. Might be my grandma trying to talk to me. Give me a minute, grandma. My grandma called me while we was on live. She got a Samsung phone. Grandma, give me a minute. Some of y'all might be moving soon. Some of you may need to really consider moving because of the surroundings you're in. There is a feeling of loneliness. And this feeling of loneliness is creating a Can I get some clarity on this? No, not. Okay, so I'm gonna say this the way it came out, even though I don't. This is interesting, but I'm hearing microbiome. There's a microbiome that is, We got Sagittarius energy. Ooh, be careful with your be careful with what your with there's somebody here. Ooh, I'm scratching my diaphragm. Hey, check this out. Listen, it's not complex. Be mindful that the more complexities that you create, the further away from source you are. The more that you create fun, the more that you break it down into simplicity, and you come from this complex point and you move closer to simplicity, the closer to your heart you will be. And where your heart is, your energy will flow. And where your and from your heart you actually come in communion with God. But when you move into the complexities, you actually move further away from God. And you move more into the realms of being in this realm. There's and we spoke about this at the beginning, to really make sure that your fundamentals are intact. If you're seeking information that causes you to skip steps in the process, it will create a certain energy of insecurity, and the insecurity will show up in the disguise of vanity. Vanity bears the fruit of jealousy, envy, contentiousness, disharmony. You start to begin to see things for how they're not because of the discontentedness in the heart. But vanity is the root of jealousy. It's the root of envy. It's the root of instability. So sometimes where we're where we're not stable, it's because there is instability in our hearts due to some knowledge. Sagittarius represents higher, it taps us into higher wisdom. It moves us into a school of energy where we start to take the fundamental energy that we have and we start to create, we start to mutate it. Remember, Sagittarius energy is a mutable sign. So Sagittarian energy is always going to seek to mutate. So I'm presuming, correct me if I'm wrong, the microbiome is that something inside of your heart if there is a lack of forgiveness present, if there is vanity present, if there is abuse present, if there is a even, and when we think about vanity, it's not just an excessiveness of who we are. It also is connected to, if you look at the definition of vain, feeling like what you're doing doesn't matter. Feeling like what you have is not going to be of benefit to you. So when we say, oh, this is in vain, it means that we did it for what? We did it for what? What experiences are you carrying in your heart that are telling you, I don't matter? What I'm doing doesn't matter? What I'm doing is not valuable? The information that I know is not helping me at all? Because you can have a whole, As my teacher, actually one of my teachers said to me, from what Ifa said to me, knowledge without wisdom is useless. Knowledge feeds the ego. Wisdom feeds the soul. So if we're actually going into the power of Sagittarius energy, like the transformative power of Sagittarius energy, the information that we're using is effective in our lives. It's fueling our will. And if our will is aligned with cosmic consciousness, with human consciousness, with unlimited energy, or with limited energy. If you have Sagittarius energy and you're working with Jupiter energy, you can expand either in wisdom or ignorance. It's your choice. It's not for judgment, it's for choice. Okay? If you're feeding yourself information that's putting you in a space where you feel like you don't matter, reassess that information, because that could eventually cause you heartbreak. Start tending to your heart. Start tending to your heart. I don't know who that's for. Tend to your house. Get those cobwebs out of your house. Get out of your heart or work with the energy in your heart, rather. Go into the cycles of, go into your character and be honest about what's in your heart. Spring cleaning will be a lot about getting the information that is in your heart that is actually creating backup, maybe even causing arterial backup, backup in your arteries, causing dysrhythmia, I'm not a health professional, okay? Please contact your health professional if there's something going on with your heart, okay? But I am going into what the organ itself energetically carries, okay? But please do not take my insight as this is you getting off your medicine or any of that. Please use wisdom in discerning the words that I speak, okay? Put that disclaimer out there. Something just said, make sure you protect yourself out here. Ashe. Spring cleaning this year will be, what information is serving you? What is actually causing your heart to be in a rhythm that's coherent with your divine mission? Because if your heart is in a dysrhythmia with what you've chosen in the heavenly place prior to being here, of course, you have to protect your heart. You have to assess your character. Go into the root. If you need to do family work, if you need to do generational work, if there's somebody that you need to forgive, because remember, you can't be forgiven if you don't forgive somebody else, okay? Have you forgiven yourself for what you didn't know when you didn't know it? Do you tell yourself there are things you should have known, but in your developmental cycle, maybe a 9-year cycle, maybe when you were 9, are you telling yourself you should have known something at 9 that was impossible for you to know until you turned or moved into a certain cycle of development? Extract the emotion out of the experience so that you can assess it from a radical place that will give you the solutions that will help you to transform and not create more blockages inside of you. You are not alone. You have a whole soulmate family that's with you. In the context of Ifa and Isheshe, the tradition of Isheshe, we call them Egbe. and they are with you in this realm. Your success is their success. You are not alone. You will not be alone in this journey. Heck, if you are hearing me right now and you like, Raisa, you are saying some things that resonate with me. Divine is giving you information through you that I need support in. I don't even know where to start. I will be supporting you in this journey if that is something that you, your ancestors, your guides, your Ori would like me to do. Now, if it is not, if I am not in alignment with you, I will not do any work with you. Ultimately, we're in a stage of life. A lot of people are doing this work in the astral plane. The astral plane is such an important dimension. It's the fourth dimension. It's such an important dimension. People go into this plane and they're actually seeking people to support them in the next level of their soul journey. So there are a lot of teachers and guides in this plane. Some for the benefit of your expansion, some for the benefit of their expansion. Allow discernment to be your closest friend in this transitional season. It's something about the transition of this winter into this spring for this particular cycle that will be a life or a death circumstance for some. And it may not show up in a physical death, but it could be a death in consciousness. And then if your consciousness is dead and you're still alive, it's kind of like you're on life support, and there may be another spiritual entity or energy that may seek you in these realms because they'll see. So without getting too, hopefully you resonate with hopefully y'all feel what I'm saying. Be intentional in your dream space, and that is what is going to be the wrap up of this collective reading. Whoa, that was heavy. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Ashe, you're welcome. Gosh. Man. I really hopes. I have no clue why I added an S. Let me start over. I really hope that this reading provided you with tools that you can walk away with and implement tonight. Tools that will help you prepare. If you need support, if you would like to have a personal reading, does anybody, I did say that I would create space for an individual reading here live. That donation is I can do it live or I can do it private. There are two different donations. Okay. So if you choose to do one here, it will be an investment of $33. And I will use one deck, and then I will take another deck and clarify it with a specific oracle message. Okay. That's for the live offering reading. If you want to do that now, I will be more than happy to do that. If you want something private, the private reading, if you've ever had a reading with me, it is very in depth. It's not only in depth, but the approach that I use is to get to the root of whatever you're experiencing, whatever you come in with on your heart. And I offer you medicine for a solution for the challenges that you have. Okay. So that is a difference. And that medicine will work. Okay. I either guide you through doing it yourself, or if you choose for me to do it, it won't be included in that reading. Okay. So that is an investment for an hour that is $111 because of the level of value you're going to walk away with that I can guarantee you will. Okay. So, without further ado, you're down for the live, Shay. I can put you on a list. If anyone else wants to join the list, if you want to stick around for the live, there may be some gems in Shay's reading that will also support you. Or if you just want to get an idea of how I read because you have never had a reading with me before you choose to do a private, stick around. Okay. I'm going to ask you what theme, Shay. My Cash App is posted. You can just send a Cash App. You can send the donation to that Cash App. I will have an alert that pops up. Boy, that was a beautiful reading. Take care of the babies. Okay. Oh, thank y'all so much, Sabrina. Thank you. Thank you, Misty. Thank you, Shayana. I don't think Shayana is here. Thank you all so much for the love donations. Thank y'all. I guess I wasn't paying attention to the alert. Done. Did I get it? Let me see. Did I get it? Did I get it? Hey Siri, can you open Cash App, please? Let me see. You did. Did I put it up here right? 777 not feast. I don't see it. Oh, no, Sabrina's there. Okay. I haven't received it yet. You did it 777 not feast, and I typed it correctly. I'm gonna go back to these comments real quick. I think your son might be attacked in his streams. Let me tell you. That teeth grinding. It is just. Shay, you sent it to the right Cash App? Because I ain't get it. You sent it to the $777 not feast? It is. It's the $777 not feast. Oh, Shayana, that's you? Why do I think it was somebody else? Oh, ha ha ha. Shay G. See, I do have it. My apologies. I definitely thought your YouTube name was something else. Okay, I disregard. Okay, so would you like a general reading? Yeah, I was like, oh snap, we need to hurry up and retrieve that money back from the wrong person. Would you like a general? Would you like a love reading, or would you like a career reading? Now for the private readings, we cover all bases. But on this, I will ask you, which category are we covering? What deck do we want to use for Shiana? Want to use? Clear away all energy on collective energy. So now we only focus on what is happening with Shiana. Ashe. Got it. Ooh. Say prayer. Divine Spirit, my ancestors. I push away sickness, death, litigation, loss, witchcraft, wizardry. Ashe. Anything that is seeking to block my vision or to obstruct my ears from hearing the knowledge, the information, the insight from the divine guides and ancestors of Shayana G. I open myself to be a conduit. May my words be your words, divine. May my words be your words, Shayana G's ancestors and her guides. May only the ones of love and light be present in this space. Ashe. What is it that you would like me to say, and which deck would you like me to use? I'm weak. I remember y'all. Okay, Shayana. So we got the love deck out because they said don't let her try to play with it. You already know she wants to know about what's going on in her love life. Pull the love deck out. So and they say they give you enough. They funny. You know how they are. What y'all got to say about her love life? Why we diving into her love life? What y'all got to say? Huh. Okay, Shayana. There is somebody that you're not acknowledging. Somebody you're not connected to this person no more. Oh, no, that's not. So the answer is not detaching from love. Please. You have disconnect. Yeah. You got something that's looming inside. So something that you've repressed. Okay, you're repressing something, and it's coming off as a form of you're it's something along the lines of, oh, okay, I'm a detach. This is me practicing the art of detachment. This is me practicing the law of detachment. And it's not that. It's something that you're refusing to confront. Something that it's something that you can't repress. See, you got needs. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna just say this how it's coming out. I'm getting chills, and I don't want to get fussed at. Okay. See, look. They saying You acting like you ain't got needs. Now this is definitely a auntie. Ancestor. She said she new to this. She not true. She true to this. She not new to this. And she said you need to stop acting like that too. She said you got needs. And the more that you continue to act as if you some robot and you ain't got needs and they want they said they got somebody for you, but you ain't giving them the time of day. And they said I'm hearing they want babies. And that's something that I'm gonna let y'all work out. I get it. I'm just a messenger. You are. But it's not, it's a what is the what exactly you got to put yourself out there too. See, you you being cooped up in a blanket. Talk to me, y'all. Give me some more, because where is she reaching out to? Who is she reaching out to? Who y'all playing? Yeah. See. I keep hearing the song and I thought it was going to stop, but it keeps replaying. So I feel like this is what is being conveyed. You know the song Reach Out and Touch Somebody's Hand? Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. 2 messages from that song. 1, listen to it. 2, apparently there is some community work that you need to be involved in. I don't know if you have been working on doing a community work project or what, but something that you're working on that you think is going to bring you success and growth is actually something you should not be pouring your vision into, is exactly how it's coming. Your energy and the where you're pouring your focus into is actually taking away from where you need to be. Apparently your boo is he is out in the community, he is doing community work, he is hidden in plain sight. So when you say that no quality men are around, what your mothers are saying is that you are showing up in spaces where you ain't gonna get quality. See, there is a particular what is success and growth to you right now? There needs to be a redirection in that, because in that redirection, that's where Boo is at. And I'm hearing he is like a Little Caesar's pizza. He is hot and he is ready. Okay. But if you keep going, you keep going where you ain't supposed to go, the pizza just gonna keep getting cold. I have no clue, but the hot and ready I get. However, if you keep positioning yourself, you know, in places where he's not, are you seeing that this is where you will only meet somebody that eventually you're going to have to detach from? Here we go. confront this, because this and this are the story, the narrative, the let me put myself in an easy escape plan. They said, don't play crazy. They said, we done already put in the GPS where you're supposed to be. So this is not gonna, this is not gonna help you to get to him quicker. Now, of course, there needs to be a mission. There needs to be a mission. Is there another message you have for her? Thank you. You need to nurture. You need to nurture your mission. Okay. So what is you got to step into your Empress energy. What does that mean? That means that in order to meet the masculine energy that you have invested so much of your time, your focus, your energy in, getting your structure together, being on the move, making things practical, it's now time to actually feed the balance of your divine feminine energy so that they can be equally yoked. And so, increasing the quality of your connection with your divine feminine energy will feed her exactly what she needs. Give also, once you start giving a certain level quality of nourishment, right? Because also you want to check and see what quality of nourishment are you feeding your masculine energy. Are you giving him junk food? Are you giving him food to just help him get by for a couple of days? Are you just giving him something that he can be addicted to instead of something that he can be nurtured and nourished by? Are you doing that with your divine feminine? Are you feeding her ideas that only keep her satisfied for a day, a week, an hour, a month? And then she's hungry, and then you like, well, you just gonna have to figure it out, and you're gonna have to get it like I get it. I get it how. What are the conversation? What is that conversation that's, what is the internal relationship? Is this resonating with you? It is? I see, girl. Okay. All right. So let's take this a step further, and then we're going to stop. In whatever way you are detaching from your body, in whatever way you're detaching from your mind or spirit, maybe because it might be uncomfortable for you to face that there is some type of neglect happening, and the neglect is not because you don't have the means or the resources to provide. It's more so of the knowledge of how to get started. And even when you get started, how do I keep this maintained to where I'm not burdened, to where I'm not criticizing myself because I couldn't keep up with it? Because see, then we're not going to position ourselves in a place where we feel like we're going to be constantly criticizing ourselves or being critical of ourselves. So that will mean that the tone and the voice will need to change, just like mine just did. What type of conversation? How are you nurturing? What are those qualities? You need to go ahead and start preparing yourself from detaching from this idea that you're not already a wife. See, the more you start detaching from an identity that's not in line with where you are in your development, the more delayed the process becomes. Doesn't mean that it ain't going to get to you. It doesn't mean that what's promised for you won't be, but it means that you do have the ability to slow the momentum down. Due to you saying, oh, well, if I can't have this, or if this the quality, or even you trying to change and torture quality because you just want, Get into why you want companionship, but also recognize that if your spirit has already deemed you a wife prior to you arriving here, then that is what you are. And that is all you will need to cultivate. And that is how you will position yourself and how you move in your environment. Nurture yourself while you're single, but don't nurture the idea that you're going to be single. Nurture the idea that what you have come here to do requires that a husband is on your side because you're a healer. You need a protector. See, when we get out of the social construct of what these relationships mean, and we start getting into the level, when we start getting into the essence of spiritual positioning, this is who you are. If you're telling yourself this is who you are, this is what will be required of who you are. And God already knows that. But if your human self is saying, oh, well, I don't see it, I can't see it, then is it that you're refusing to see what's in your environment, or is it that you're refusing to see what has already been ordained for your life? And that all you need to do is get in position with your mission. Get in position with your mission, because that is the magnet. That's the magnet for your divine partner. If you are not in your magnet, he can't get to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so it's all position right now, and it's internal balance. Okay, so I'm gonna choose one more card, not from this deck. What deck do y'all want me to? Is there anything else y'all want me to say? Okay. Somebody is ready for you to have babies. Okay. Somebody is really ready for you to have a baby. So go ahead and start preparing your womb too. No, they just said, they said y'all, they were like, you said the words, you took the words right out of our mouth. That's why I chuckled. They said everything that you're doing is really going to be the cornerstone of a new family dynamic. And so, you know, that's they want that. They want something new for the women in your family. They want something new for the men in your family. And that's what your marriage, yeah. So go ahead and start. And prepare for multiples. All right, we got one more card, and then we out. If anybody else would like to join the list, please do. Not 3 cards came out, y'all. mm. Mm. I am enough. Free spirit. Even the sun doesn't know it's a star. Start pouring into your divine feminine principle. Start feeding her. Start nurturing her. Don't be so focused on conformity, Shayana. Don't be so focused on uniformity, Shayana. Allow them to guide, allow yourself to be guided through this process. I know that you may be like, well, you know, your mind may try to take you back into certain experiences of you being a mother, daughter, sister, and a lover. But it is time for you to take a different idea of what that even looks like for you, because it's actually completely different from the surface that has been presented to you. Just like the sun doesn't know it's a star. That's all I have for you. I hope that helps. Ashe. I send back the energy of the guides, the ancestors, and any spiritual energy. I send it right back to Shayana. Ashe. Ashe. Would anyone else like a... I miss you too. I'm glad that resonated. Anyone else want to get a live reading, or is it safe to say I can shut this down? You're welcome. You would? Okay. Ashe. Ashe. Your ancestors love you so much, Shayana. I mean, and they so cool with it. Yeah. Ashe. All right, I send her energy back. Thank you so much, y'all, for your communication and being open to relay that message. Thank you for choosing me as a conduit. I send love and peace and serenity back to you in the ancestral realm and to the guides that watch over and protect Shayana. Ashe. All right, let's clear out this energy. Sabrina. Divine Spirit, my ancestors, my guides, I come before you and I thank you. Shay. Thank you for insight and guidance. Please protect me as I move into the realm, astral realm with Sabrina. Offer this Jen for clarity. Ashe. I call in the guides and the ancestors of Sabrina. Her higher spirit guide me as I give her guidance. May my message be of your words, of your clarity, of anything that she needs to know and see at this time for her development, for her insight, and for her wisdom in order to move through this realm with clarity and prosperity. Ashe. The rain picked up, Sabrina. I think that was you I was picking up on. It's a lot of water energy. Pisces energy. So I picked up this deck. Do you want me to focus on general, love, or career? Are we going to do tarot with you? General? Okay. Okay, perfect. What general information do you have for Sabrina for me to share with her at this time? That's strange. Wisdom prepares the horse to not go into the water. May I ask who's here? Is it one of her mothers or her fathers? Father energy. Is there someone that you're close to on the other side that is masculine energy? Very warm. Looks like he's wearing overalls. Older man. Real old. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you know him, but you might have felt him around you. You have a son. You have a son? Say he watches over. He's always around. Yeah. You don't have a ooh. Ooh. Hmm. Yeah, I shall. It's something emotionally. Oh, y'all, I cannot go into the past. I cannot. Mm-mm. I think they're trying to take me into a past life for you. Sarah's definitely. It's an older gentleman, and it's a young and it's an older man. Okay, so something about you are walking away from something. I'm gonna let y'all come back. I'll keep it going. You are walking away something emotionally, and it's being ignited by your ancestors. So okay, it's being energetically charged by this elder in the ancestral plane. It has something to do with addictive patterns of behavior that are silently destroying what you're trying to build. There needs to be a boundary. Boundaries, 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 Sabrina, boundaries. Does that resonate with you? Yeah. There's some money boundaries that need to be set. Boundaries, not only of money, but resources, your time. People trying to say, oh, okay, well, I'm entitled to being in your space. Maybe showing up without calling you. Maybe believing that, oh, okay, because we're in this level of agree or having hidden agreements. Does that resonate with you? People making agreements or doing something with somebody, and then come to find out there's something else tied to it that you didn't even know about. And now then you enter back into this cycle of, now I'm in a trap. I'm trapped in something I didn't even know, but I should have seen it. Why didn't I see it? Why didn't I know? Why didn't I believe it? I probably felt it. And then there's this cycle of self-flagellation, of attacking yourself. But you're getting the information. And you can trust yourself. And the lack of boundaries is being opened by the part of you, your shadow, that is telling you secretly that you don't know how to protect yourself. Ooh, that you don't know how to protect yourself. Hence the boundaries, going back to the boundaries. And so then you're telling yourself that you don't know how to protect yourself, but in reality, the information, you have protectors on your side. You actually have very strong masculine energy that is very invested in your success on the other side. This is a grandfather from, you don't even know who he is, but he knows who you are. And I guess there may have been a narrative that is connected to not being protected by men or not having a certain level of safety from masculine energy, whether it's a physical man or whether it's your judgment. Because remember, judgment and assessment comes from our masculine energy. And so wherever and this is that reverse. So when you start having these conversations that take you into these cycles of conversations with yourself, and they're actually designed to take away your power. They're actually designed to dissolve your boundaries. So that could be a reason also why I don't think it's that you don't want to have boundaries. It's how do I go about having boundaries at this stage of my life and where I am in as a woman in my development and who I'm becoming as an artist, whom something is happening in your career that is going to be bringing you a lot more coins, a lot more prosperity. But you will need to walk away from the feelings that you use or the emotional energy that you use. You will need to go into the thought forms of these emotional energies and really assess whether or not Ashe. So you put in 2-week notice to pursue your dreams. So now it's time to do the work on the other end. So everything that's programmed to tell you that you need somebody, that you need this income in a way where it means that your energy has to be the sacrifice that you make. It's time to reset those boundaries in your own mind. Like, I don't have to do something that I don't enjoy doing in order to create stability in my life. Remember, your spirit planted gifts and talents inside of you. So now that you're acting on that, do the reprogramming work in your mind so that your emotions don't try to come up and sabotage what you're doing. It's that 8 of baskets. Because in this picture, he would have went back if there wasn't hot foot powder. Okay? So there had to be something else in place in order to keep him from coming back. Look, he would have walked through that front door. He would have went right in there. The light is on. He was planning on coming back. Now he's like, oh, okay. So now you're setting yourself up for there not to be a plan B. There's only a plan A, Sabrina. Be mindful of who you are talking to. Be mindful. Yeah, because there's somebody that's, if you tell them your information, they're going to try to do everything in their power to manipulate you out of what you already know to be true. So that must be the pattern that keeps happening. You let people, is this resonating? You'll let people talk you out of your, or you'll share information and somehow that information comes up to become a weapon against you. It becomes a weapon against your mission. Does that resonate with you? It's something. It happened with your mom last year? Okay. So take that knowledge, transform it into wisdom, and find a way. Ashe. Find a way to protect yourself, right? Skillfully. See, the beautiful thing about what I love about this energy, because he got in his flannel and he went to this church building with the intention of getting in a fight. Okay? He really did. But he knew that in order for that to be okay, he did the spiritual preparation prior, so that when he showed up in the space, that the energy of the space wouldn't counteract with his intentions. Hence this being the knives, the thoughts. You move states, okay. You move states this January. So you've already shifted the outside. And what's revealing to me now is that the internal world needs to meet that transformation. And that it's going to be a process. So don't just be compassionate with yourself. I'm getting that you're not, the level of compassion, the quality of compassion that you have is not at the level that it could be, where it feeds your blossoming. You'll do enough to feed your pockets, but what is that transformation like on your thought process? Is there anything else? Is there something you have to choose from the archetype deck for her? Okay. Oh, right here. Right here in my face. Do you know somebody named Tammy? You know somebody named Tammy? Who is Tammy? Kin is Tammy. Okay. That might be significant for you coming up. You might meet somebody named Tammy, somebody that can help you, somebody that will actually that will be in that divine feminine space with you to give you the nurturing, the support that you need. Because the support that you need, you are uncovering, and yeah, ooh. I'm gonna show you this archetype. The cave. The cave is the internal realm, our minds, in a way that it takes us, it roots us to our heart. So there's a journey that needs to be, that you stepping into your dreams is going to take you into. And you are going to be protected. Put your burdens down. Lay your weight down. Lay your burdens down. Write this down. A golden scythe. It's for cauterizing the perceptions of yourself that gives you a false image of who you really are. Use the next 3 weeks for shadow work. Anything that may come up that may sabotage your upcoming venture, address it before it addresses you. Because I'm right now, it's here. I can tell it is looming. So that's why your ancestors, you have two masculine, you have a man and you have a child that is in the ancestral plane, that are very invested in your success. But you Ashe, you will have to make sure you're doing your part, which means that you will need to go inside and you need to clean up the cobwebs for you. You need to clean up the cobwebs in your mind. And remember, a river never forgets its source. The river always leads back to the ocean. Make sure that the clothes that you wear reflect who you're becoming. You need to say prayers. I don't know how your prayer practice is, but prayer is essential, and it will help you to condition your mind. You can call in the creator. You can have a conversation with all of the challenges that you have so that you can have support. Because you're trying to do things alone and you're only going to get so far. But I understand that because from your personal experience in the narrative of your old identity, that this kept you alive. But what kept you alive before will be poison for what you're becoming now. Does that resonate? I remember your energy. And when you are, protect your joy. Seems like your joy is always under attack, and you be afraid to smile. You be afraid to be happy, and it's not because you don't want to be. It's because it just seems like when you are, that somebody is lurking in the shadows trying to swoop and take it from you. So when you're saying prayers of protection, pray that your joy will be stronger than any sorrow that has impacted your life. And I brought up earlier that there was a lot of water, grief. Grieve your older self. If you need to do a ceremony, go to the river and let go of what you don't need. Ashe. Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you for letting me thank your ancestors and your guides and your high spirit. Thank you for allowing me to relay this message. You've grown a lot. And where you're about to go, you shaking some people up. And they don't like it. So yeah, just make sure you calling in protection over your joy so that you can continue to set a good foundation. You're very welcome. You are so welcome. Is there somebody else joining the list? I know I saw a third. There's only 3 of us still here. Anyone else? Sally! Sally. Ooh. Yeah, absolutely. We'll do Sally, and then I can definitely Moonchild. I can definitely do you. Let me see if I still have PayPal active. Because I had there was some weird stuff going on with PayPal. Hold on one second. Okay. That's not. I don't know. Let's see. Oh shoot. Let's do this one. Can you not email that to me? I'm still here, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm just checking this out. Okay. Okay. We're here. All right. Okay, so okay, that's right. Okay, so Sally, I do have my PayPal active. So do you still need my let me bring my YouTube back on. Do I need to give you the email? Or do you still have it? Yeah, let me see. Biggity boom boom. You are my love. You are my heaven. I think that's my username. I know the email is jhustflowcreations@icloud.com. Is that the same? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I see you. You see me yet? Or hold on. Oof. Try this. Because that'll come up for PayPal. And then after that, after you, we will be able to Moonchild. Moonchild, can you let your sun reflect back my light? I have no clue where that tune came from. Me don't know. Let me know. I have it up, so I should be able to see. Let's see. Sally, Sally, Sally. Let me know, let me know, let me know. I clear out all the energy. I clear out the energy and I send back the energy for Sabrina. Send back her energy of her guides and her ancestors. Thank you. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you. I got it. I got it. All right. Would you like general, love, or career? General. Divine Spirit. I will read my ancestors and my guides. Please walk with me in having healthy and coherent and clear communication with Sally's ancestors, her spirit, and her guides for any information that she needs, general information that she needs that is important for her at this time. Ashe. Which deck would you all like me to use, Brian? There is a sacred key. And it seems like you may be looking for it in your dreams, Sally. Seems like you're on a mission. I'm not going to say where because that stop. But there's your soul is your soul is looking for a key, a sacred key. To unlock something to unify you to the next stage of your development. I'm hearing you're ripe for evolution. We're gonna do the archetype deck. I'm hearing tulip medicine. Mm. Ashe. Oh my God. Oh, she's so cozy. She says, she says you're not being you being too hard on yourself about something. She said you just need to sit at a table and just have some biscuits. Like, you're there is an energy because you're moving where you're about to I don't know if you I don't know if you know, but you feel it. But you're moving into an arena that's almost political, where this energy is that your healing practices, that what you've been focusing on healing and what you're about to produce. I just heard two creaks in here. I don't know if y'all heard that. There was a third one. Okay. There is a program you're developing for the community, and you have attracted or gained attention of certain principalities, some higher level forces that are invisible. And and these forces are invested in energy of division, bigotry, limited consciousness. And what they're wanting to attack is your bridge, your connection. And so one of the tactics that mm, yeah, where it's black and white, but that you see the world in color and in hues. And see, this was reversed. And I'm gonna read this reverse because that is what is under. This is what you will need to protect. You will need to protect your phone line, your bridge. And it's not just the bridge of, it's not something you've already fortified, the new level. That's what the key is for. That's what the key is for. What more information do you have? Is there information specifically? Yeah. Yeah. So as you're creating connections, there is going to be a force that will be counteractive, counterproductive to you building connections, building new connections. Be careful of who you're connecting with, as I see this. Be careful of whom you're connecting with that will be masking themselves as supportive. That is such a great example. The example that I'm getting is the immune system. Yeah. Protect your immune system. First off, I'm going to continue building on that illustration. Protect your immune system, first and foremost. Secondly, as in the immune system, that certain viruses, when they enter into the body, they actually make themselves T cells. They'll mimic the T cell so that the body doesn't recognize the energy of the virus that is invading the body. Are you following me? I feel like I don't fully need to go into depths of that because that the way that the virus works is that it mimics. I don't know if you all also watched Osmosis Jones. Did you watch Osmosis Jones, Sally? I hope you did. If not, please find a way to watch it. I feel like this will really help you right now. Osmosis Jones was that movie. So what happens is that the virus comes into the body and he somehow was able to get through all of the intelligence systems in the body to where he was able to reach the mind. This came up. Tap into owl medicine. What else does Sally need to know? Protect your psyche. Yeah. Ooh, getting chills. You need to make an offering. I don't know if you have an ancestor altar. If you do, it would be great if you could make an offering for your grandmother. And in addition to, I don't know if you, Ashe, have some tea and some biscuits with her. She got some tricks up her sleeve. She real sweet, but she ain't nobody to play with. And she's going to be able to help you to detect this energy. But there's an offering that needs to be made, not only for her, but also by a river. Oh, yeah. Light a candle. Yeah. I'm going to pull a card from the Divine Feminine because that's coming up. Itching, skin. Make sure you're cleaning. This is specific. Make sure you're exfoliating your skin, Sally. You need to exfoliate your skin and create your own body scrub. And you'll know which herbs to use. If you could bring some tulips into your space as well. All right. Let me get a final message for Sally. Sally H. That sacred key is going to open up Ashe. Do not let anyone attempt to conform. There's so much structure that's in the pursuit of your career path and bridging that into the space of mental health and well-being. Make sure that you return back to the indigenous roots of your ancestry. That will give you the personal confidence that this is not new. This is something, and of course, you know that, right? But of course, as humans, we need support. And so your ancestors, when you're making offerings, of course, to your grandmother, but as you're doing that, be open, be open to more of your mothers coming in. And they're very in tune. They're not let me say, okay? Uh if you cannot use glass, that'd be great. Because some of your mothers, your primal mothers, really do not care for societal structures. They actually are giving you energy of destruction as well. Yeah. And you may even have a something coming, a transmission out of your throat, and you may be let outside. Allow yourself to flow in the process. Even when you feel like you're under possession, your mothers are going to want to use your throat to unlock that key or lead you to the key. Just keep that balance between the divine masculine and your divine feminine energy. Do not criticize yourself through this process, Sally. That is the enemy, is the critical energy. Anytime that critical energy comes in, instead of repressing it, just get curious. Get curious. Hey, why are you trying to be so hard? Why we hard on each other? Why are we hard on ourselves right now? To where by the time that you're done with this process, you have transformed the poison into the medicine. Ashe. Uh-oh. Gosh. And you have a lot of love from your moms. I hope I said that in a way. Your moms. That's it. Is there anything else that you all have for me that y'all would like me to say? Isn't that a cuss word? Oh. Um, yeah, you really got some women that really just if they could burn all of society down, they would. Yeah. Yeah. Hold space for them. They're about to take you into that next step. Ashe. I hope that resonated. I hope that supported you. Tulips, altar, river. Tulips, altar, river. Thank you so much to the divine spirit of Sally, her ancestors, her grandmother, and the sacred mothers of your bloodline. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your presence. And I send you back to where you came, and I send all of Sally's energy back to her for her prosperity and for her protection. Ashe. You are so welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Is Moonchild in the building? Yes, 33. Yes. Dang, I miss y'all. This has been beautiful. Thank you, Creator, for using me as a messenger. Thank you to my mothers. Thank you to my fathers. Thank you to the ones that Divine Spirit that led everyone to this space. Ashe. D. Thompson, I got you. What would you like tonight? Would you like general? Would you like love? Or would you like career? General. Claro que sí. Okay, let's do it. Sacred ancient spirit, my divine spirit, thank you. Ashe. I call in the guides, the ancestors, and the higher spirit of DT. Is it? Whatever general message that you have for me, for her, I pray that you allow me, and I invoke and command at this time that you allow it to flow through. May the message be from you and not from my own understanding or my own ideas or my own thoughts. And may I convey the message clear in order that it may be received for the benefit of DT. Ashe. What we doing? What? You got something on repeat? Which cards we using? For real? Oh, let me plug my phone. Let me plug my MacBook in. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me plug it in. Plug it in. Hot dog. This is really interesting. We're going to be using the Zodiac Oracle deck. I don't think I've used this for just a general reading. This is awesome. Okay. So we got Venus and Scorpio energy out here. You know what's beautiful about Venus energy is Venus is talked a lot about when it comes to love, but Venus is a very political planet. And when you go into the indigenous system of Mayan astrology, you're able to experience this Venus approach. I said all that to say this. D, there's something in your, and it also Venus energy activates within us a certain harmonic that helps us to get in tune with Earth, because Venus and Earth are sisters. They are in tune with each other because their values of life. I mean, Venus can't hold life, but it values life. So something in your value system needs to change. There is something in the underworld of your identity that needs to be addressed. You've been doing things for other people's value system, and you're still functioning within an outdated system of your own values. Without values, your motion is impacted. Your movement is impacted. So I don't know if there's some stagnancy happening in your life. But it's coming from the underworld of your identity. Underworld holds things that we repress. When we explore more of the archetype, and it's Scorpio energy here. So we're going into, that translucent. You think about a scorpion. I've seen enough of them with my own eye, that you really can't see them, but you can feel them. You can feel them. So you may be feeling that your life around you doesn't fully align with what you really like, your real deep desires. However, your deep desires have no language to them. So they're just suppressed. Yeah, there's some blockage around you. There's energy that's not flowing around you. There's something that is taking the water from you. And when water, where there is water, there is life. So if there is water, if this element is being blocked or repressed or suppressed, think about like a spring water, like hot springs. You can try and keep the water down, but eventually the temperature, the pressure will push that water to the surface, because you need water for life. But you can only feel the pressure. And unless you say like, oh, I know that this is about to happen, I know that this is gonna, I feel like something is about to burst at the seams, or that there's no water in my well and I'm giving from an empty place, and I have resentment because I am giving from an empty place. And every time someone comes to my well, it's with an empty bucket, and no one ever comes on Friday to bring me the water to put and replace back in my well. Does that resonate? That came out like everybody fed up. This might be a matriarchal situation. This might be a pattern of behavior that has been normalized, and it is poison. And it's small, but it's deadly. So the values of your mothers and how they mothered and how you were mothered and how you're mothering yourself. You have a child, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Your son or your daughter, your son and your daughter, only your son, only your daughter, correct me, wherever. The theme, though, is what are these values that surround motherhood for me? Where did I learn to be a mother? Who taught me how to be a mother? Or what am I referencing? Because my well is dry. And eventually, if your well is dry, there won't be any water. And where there is no water, there is no life. There's desert, but even in the desert, you can find water. So if you are in a desert state of mind right now, do not be fooled. There is water around. Tap into the water of your own dynamic. Whatever is in your 8th house, uncover that. Because it's time for you to set a new set of values. The laws that have been governing your life, find out where your Jupiter energy is. The laws that have been governing your life are detrimental to you right now. It's time for some innovation. It's time for a higher level approach without emotional energy being involved. It's time for a radical approach. It's time to go into the electrical energy of your body, because we don't want you to go into cardiac arrest. You can go cardiac arrest before your physical heart even picks up on it. It's time to revive you. You need revival. You tired. Something is going on around you to make you tired. People in your ear, you gotta let it go. You know, if you got people emotionally dumping on you, you need to stop that tomorrow. If it shows up on your phone tonight, you need to stop it tonight. Allocate your energy. Venus energy also rules what exactly is valuable to you. What's valuable to you? Not your son, not your mother, not your anybody else around you that you value their opinion. Do you value their opinion over you? Do you deny your own spirit in order to entertain the spirit of someone else? You're drawing from someone else's well because your well is running dry. That can also create a codependent dynamic. Beware of that. Figure out where and what you need in order to refill the water in your own well. And it's going to come from the underworld. Everything that you've repressed, everything that you've pushed down that may have not been societally acceptable, forget all that. It's time to take this to another level. See, Uranus is always going to take you. It's the higher octave of Mercury. So instead of us just looking on a conscious level out here, Uranus is going to elevate our thinking and our consciousness so that we can so we can remove our detachment to our human awareness and see things from a higher view. See, someone is emotionally manipulating you as well behind the scenes, and they're doing it from the underworld. You can even go and do research on the archetype and the motif of the underworld, so that you can really get into what I'm saying. Okay. And that you can work with Uranus energy. Uranus energy will support you in reviving what is valuable to you and what's valuable to someone else. I'm hearing somebody trying to run you ragged. You need to keep calm. When you're positioned in a place where you can't be patient, it seems like patience is naturally in your character, but you've battled with that because others around you haven't been patient with you. Does that resonate? I don't get that you're not naturally I don't get that you're not naturally yeah. Ooh. Okay. Okay. You got folks around you that don't want you to shine either. What is that going to look like for you moving forward? Are you ready to see what you're going to see? Because I do feel like you have, in a sense, done this work. But I do feel that it is consuming your light. So you need to get into you need to go into your you need to go into your you need to go into your past. In the shamanic world, the underworld is the lower world. So you will need to go back to your past because something is literally consuming your light like it is a McFlurry. Consuming it, eating it like it's for breakfast. Who? Because why? Because that is the power of your mission. Your power is in everything that you've repressed. But you will have to be willing to accept that. It's a lack of acceptance. And it's a fear. It's emotions that are slowing you down and consuming your lights. Yeah. We're going to get one final card. We're going to do a love? Okay. Let's do it. What's consuming her light? What's consuming her light? Can you give us clarity on what's consuming DT's light? Spirit guide. Keep hearing you've always been afraid. Afraid of running out of time. Afraid of not doing it right. Yeah. You need a new life force. You need a new life force energy. But be mindful to not do what others have done to you, which was consume your life force energy. So I would encourage you to engage in a prayer practice with the God of your understanding and with your own internal spirit. and to ask for it to reveal to you what is consuming your life force energy. Okay? Specifically like that. And you will need to surrender your fear of what will show up. And I would encourage you to surrender what you believe it to be, because it's going to show up in a way that you never expected. It's going to be someone you never expected. It's going to be an activity that you've never expected. It's going to be a routine and a habit and a behavior that you do every single day that you didn't expect. That's consuming your life force. It's a set of it's a set of it's more, it's one, but it's a conglomerate of things, people, ideas, places, behaviors, habits, all of that engaging with one another to drain your life force. I don't know if you made this agreement knowingly or unknowingly. Be mindful of what you've attached yourself to, because that could also be drawing your life force energy. You would be surprised. It could be some stuff that you're not even, that's in the underworld, and until you go into that part of yourself, you won't know what exactly is draining your life force energy until it catches you in a position that you will have to recover from. So this is you know yeah, but there you this is going to be a process. By the way, this is going to be a journey of transformation, but this is insight into what you're dealing with right now. So go ahead and set it on your radar that you need a new life. Use this spring for new vitality. Ask what needs to be let go. Ask what you need to introduce into your life. Ask what's in your house that may be taken away from your energy. It could be objects. You are going to be very surprised at what it is within the next 3 days. You're going to find out. Keep your eyes open, pay attention, and also listen to your son and what he says, because he is also connected as well. Anything else? It's just a lot of ooh. Yeah. You need to make a board so you can visually see, because you just got to get away from the leeches. I would encourage you to do a parasite cleanse. Parasite cleanse would be good for you for the spring. Even if you wanted to participate in Ramadan, that would be even better. Yes, he is okay. He is okay. But just listen to what he's saying. Listen to what he's saying. And then what we talked about in the collective, take that into consideration. But pay attention to his communication, because there could be things that he says and you might be quick to tell him, don't say that, but you needed to hear it. So before you're quick to reprimand him, be quick to hear what he's saying, because it could be a direct message of what you need to address when you're doing this internal work. Does that resonate? Does that resonate with you all? So one more question. Is there anything in particular that she needs to know right now for her son that I can tell her based upon the exchange? Ashe. Yeah. Be mindful of your energy when you're around him. But if you do this work, if you go into your past, you won't have to, because his energy naturally, whether you're doing it intentionally, you would be, because you're engaging with his energy, there's still energy transference. You know what I mean? So be mindful that, say for example, he's in a happy mood, that you can say a prayer of protection over him while you're doing this work, that any of the energy that's coming up for you that needs to be addressed, that could be harmful or confusing or distort my son, that it does not. And I command that only harmony, only thoughts of health and well-being and wholeness surround him while I'm doing this work. I hope that helps. I feel a little bit of a release. I hope that helped you. I hope that resonates. So that way you can be secure that what you're doing will not directly be transferred to him. And then he'll be more in the observer role, and he'll be probably channeling information to give to you without him being directly impacted. How you feeling about that, D? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, talk. But hop on that water, put that water underneath this bed. All right, y'all. You ready to deep dive as long as he's safe? Ashe. Ashe. Yeah. Increase your prayer practice. Become more intimate with the divine, and he will continue to protect and shield him as well. Ashe. So I want to close. Thank you to everyone that's here. Thank you to everyone that got a reading. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of illuminating any information that you needed to have clarity on, or just to support you in having practical results. Okay. It was an honor to be here. I have missed this. This is actually, I think, the first time that I've done like a collective reading like this, and then offered individual readings. So let me know if this is something that you all would like me to do. I can do once. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna. If this is something that you all would like me to continue doing, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Let me know. I have a lot. I have some really good programs for the spring. I have some very, 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 very intentional offerings that I have created as a result of my own transformational work, journey, shadow work, everything that I've been through since I've been away. And I have become certified as an emotional intelligence coach while I was away as well. So I'm looking forward to giving more of my gifts and my talents and my offerings to help you all evolve into becoming whom you're destined to be. So, without further ado, I will say goodnight to wherever you are in the world. I think you're, Sally, I don't know if you're still in England, but shout out if you are. We got England in the building. We have Philly in the building. We have so many of you all from all over the world. It's an honor. And I will have this stream up on the YouTube page. Possibly I'll only be doing them here. So I love you all. You're back in Australia. We got to talk. So I love you all. I will be keeping you all updated. Just stay tuned to my socials for further information because I don't want to go into details just to protect the ideas that I have. I'm sending so much love to you. May you continue to stay close to discernment. May you be protected from any forces, any witchcraft, any wizardry, anything that is designed to take you off course. I am going to command that it be removed from your atmosphere. And so it is. And may you continue to thrive and grow and become the version of yourself that you said you would be prior to what everybody else said that you would be being here. Because that's this bit of a fraction of who you are. Okay. So I love you and I'll see you soon. Peace, peace.